right, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Truth Podcast. My name is Neek Robinson. If you guys don't know, I'm a little bit of a podcaster here on YouTube and SoundCloud and everything like that. But today, I wanted to get on another guest, my boy Gnarly, aka Jevy. Gnarly!
What's going on?
What's going on with you, brother? What's going on, man?
Chilling, man.
Yeah.
You know, slow motion.
Living life, you know.
Yep. Going with the motion, baby.
That's lit. Bruh, I feel like, man, other than seeing you like a couple of weeks prior to this, I feel like we haven't really talked much since like high school and everything.
Hell yeah.
Man, we used to be kicking it in Miss Lang and Mr. Rollins' class.
Man, urban leadership?
Yes,
was
sir,
that?
yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
That shit was lit.
Yeah,
Shout out to Movement 515 and all
Shout
that
out
stuff.
to the movement, man.
Yeah.
Tell me a lot about myself. No real
Oh,
cap.
God, they did. Oh, God, that shit was dope. Before we get into everything, let the people know who is Gnarly today. How old are you? Kind of give the people that don't know you just a little bit about yourself.
Oh man, Gnarly's the movement, man. I'm the GOAT.
Yes, sir.
21 years old, man. I'm from Rock Island, Illinois, but I've been here for a long time, so you know, I'm half Iowan.
Yeah.
You feel me?
It really be like that sometimes.
You know, but hey, it's cool though. I feel right at home, man.
Yeah. Other than this weather, I mean, it's kind of terrible.
Bullshit.
Shout out to Jevy for getting us his little studio space here, but you know.
Yeah, man.
It's cool, man. It's cool.
Oh yeah, for sure. You got to work with what you got,
bro. You already man. That's the
make
best
it
way
happy,
to do
Captain.
it. That's what I'm saying. But I mean, it is like negative, like what, 20 today or something? Crazy?
Yeah, and we still working.
Mm-hmm.
That should tell y'all something.
Yeah. So I mean, like, if we die like of like cold, then just know we got to document it right here on the podcast. But it's cool. It's cool.
Hey, for sure.
Yes, sir. So Gnarly, let's get into like the experience of what it was like for you growing up. So you're from Rockford, Illinois. Is that what you just said?
Rock Island.
Rock Island.
Illinois. Dirty.
Yes, sir. So tell us a little bit about your experience growing up there, and then like the move over here and everything like that.
Rock Island is just like, I feel so welcome. It's really home for me.
Yeah.
But you know, some people will just be like, "Oh man, it's terrible." I mean, for some, everywhere you go, you're gonna go through something.
Yeah.
But you know, I come from Section 8 and shit like that, so you know. But my mom always made it look good, so you know.
Yeah.
That's all that mattered. You know, we were happy.
Yeah. What made you guys move over here?
Well, my mom, I lived with my mom and my two sisters till I was like 10, and my mom was like, "You can't be around women this long. You need someone to teach you how to be a man."
Mm-hmm.
So my mom, you know, sent me to live with my dad. So I've lived with my dad since I was 10 years old.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. How have you liked the experience, like, versus your mom and your dad? Do you feel like?
Oh man, the switch was crazy.
Yeah.
Because, like, my dad's damn near whole side of my dad's family live here.
Really?
Yeah, and you know, my mom's family lives in Illinois, so I really got to really get into it with my family some more because, you know, I only see my dad, you know, on holidays and whenever he decided to come get me, you know, the summer and shit like that.
Yeah.
So I really got into it with my family, you know, and I really got to see how I am as, like, because I got my father's last name, I'm a Crawford. I wanted to see, you know, I got to see what that was like to be really in tune with my people, you know, and it was cool. Like, my dad, you know, he's strict as fuck, he's strict as hell, but, you know, it was all for the good, really.
Yeah.
You know, it made me realize what I gotta do and how I gotta move and shit, so I really appreciate my mom moving me here, my dad doing his job, because a lot of motherfuckers out there don't do their job as fathers.
Absolutely.
And my dad absolutely does that.
Absolutely. I think that's key too, is like having a relationship with both of your parents. I think that's something that a lot of people that are growing up now, I feel like the divorce rate is so high, and then that like just adds into a lot of just bad bad things, you know, especially like the fathers typically are the ones that are on the shit out of the stick.
And coming from that type of relationship, you know, if your parents divorce and their relationship is toxic, you're probably going to have a favorite.
Yeah.
You know, you're probably going to have a favorite parent. My parents don't talk no type of shit about each other. Even though they haven't been together in years, they don't talk no type of shit about each other. They're like best friends type shit.
And I think that's beautiful too. That's beautiful too.
Shit, yeah.
And that's like a hard thing to do because I mean, like, typically there's a lot of animosity just between everybody after like a breakup like that or whatever, you know. Like, but I mean, sometimes those relationships, it's too toxic to be in, and it's like you have to move on. And I don't know. I think that it's better for people to split up instead of like trying to force happen.
Some shit.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, people. That's what we do as people. If you outgrow a motherfucker, outgrow them. Don't try to force being with that motherfucker. Maybe they just don't fit what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
And that's fine. And that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Don't be trying to be on no weird shit.
Yeah. Well, and then I think a lot of people, you know, that are getting married now, they're like trying not to be a part of that statistic of divorce and everything, so they try to make it work and everything, but you know, especially when you add kids to the mix, it's like, you know, you have to make sure that your kids are okay, but then you also have to make sure their relationship's okay, and then that shit, it's a lot to juggle at times, you know, so that's a tough thing to balance, but, you know, I think that a lot of people shouldn't be afraid of, like, splitting up with their significant other, like, just because it didn't work, it doesn't work. Sometimes that happens, you know?
It happens, man, and you just gotta take that on the chin.
Yeah, exactly.
Shoot, that's part of life. It comes ups and downs, man.
Exactly. Talk about your experience, like going to Hoover High School and all that stuff. How was that experience for you?
Great. I love Hoover. I don't care. Even though I wanted to get up out of there so bad, I'm like, I really love that place. It was diverse, really diverse. From every like country on the planet, there was somebody at Hoover.
Yeah.
And I had the same principal since I was in middle school, Miss Flesh.
Word.
That is my dog.
Well, because you guys are connected to
Meredith. It's right down the hall.
Yeah.
I had to go through Hoover to go home. I lived across the street from Hoover.
Word.
I had to go through Hoover to go home.
That's crazy.
Like, and everybody at Hoover, I knew my whole life.
Yeah.
I went to Woodlawn, Samuelson, Meredith. I've known y'all my whole life.
Yeah.
So it's real life family when you talk about Hoover. I real life mess with Hoover real hard. And it was great. You know, the teachers were cool. Some of them. I mean, shoot. I had a lot of some people who the teachers people didn't like. I loved them.
Really?
I loved them.
Why was that? Just because you guys vibed and you guys just clicked.
Just because they were real, and everybody was like, man, I hate. So I'm like, nah, he's just real. You suck.
It really like that though sometimes.
I mean, you gotta appreciate that type of shit. Motherfuckers keeping it real.
Yeah.
Like straight up. I have a teacher, Mr. Avery, my econ teacher. He was real. People didn't like him because people thought he was just an asshole. He was just real, and it was funny. And I'm like, he keeps it so real. It's hilarious. For real.
I think that's like huge being a teacher and like growing up in something like that is because that's how people really are in the world. Like there's a lot of people that are assholes or keep it real with you, you know, so like when you're in high school and all your teachers are being so nice to you and it's like
they just want you about that motherfucker.
And they're being all fake nice and stuff.
Come on now.
That's cool and all, but it's like when you actually get to the real world, it's a little bit of a different story. So
Avery said with a serious face, I will fail you. Like, no problem. I was like, yo, chill. I was like, chill.
Chill out, man.
All right, I got it.
That's crazy, man. That's dope, though. And then do you feel like you had, like, a lot of... I'm good, bro. But you feel like you had a lot of people on, like, your friends? Like, you feel like you still hang out with a lot of the core group of friends that you hung out with and everything in high school?
Yeah, because, like, I grew up, like, my best friend... Keyshawn Coney, I've known him since I was 3 years old, and we always went to the same school. We were always going to the same school until like we didn't go to the same elementary school, but we lived next door to each other.
Yeah.
And then he moved, I moved, and then we moved back at the same time.
Really?
I moved back to Illinois. He moved back to Minnesota. We came back our sophomore year at the same time. Yes.
That's insane.
That's crazy. And he said, I said, I'm moving back to Des Moines. He said, me too. I said, what? I'm like, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
I'm like, that's crazy.
That's nuts, man. That's dope, though, that, that's, I don't know, like, having that connection with people, and then, like, you guys moving off and doing your own thing. Then you guys actually end up coming back.
Like, I could go 8 months without talking to Keyshawn. He'll text me and be like, "What your fat ass on?" I'll be like, "Nothing, just chilling,
Yeah.
Just like my homeboy Katray and Yves and Slim. That's Yves is Young Slim. He's a code artist too.
Word.
Yeah, Young Slim. That's been my homie for a long time, long time. Because I used to come here every summer when I was little, so I got a lot of connections with people just from visiting through the summer.
Yeah.
And then me actually living here, I just started growing some more connections and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm a people person.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, as much as I act like I'm not, I'm a people person. I like to connect with motherfuckers.
I remember, like, in high school, you just, like, would be talking up a storm in class, and be making everybody laugh and shit, and I was just like, Jevion's the guy, man. He's the guy. That shit was crazy. That was a good experience.
Man, it was great. I don't know, man. I was talking a lot. I talked my ass off in class.
Yeah.
Like, even I talk so much. That I had the teachers laughing. Like, I'd just be like, "Well, what's going on?"
Yeah.
I said, "I thought we was cool."
Yeah.
You don't have to relax.
Exactly right. Then, like, I think that being in that in the urban leadership class, that just, like, not only were you funny, but you were able to be serious about the topics that we were talking about, like, about a lot of these just fucked up situations that we talked about in the news and everything else, that I think that was good to, like, be diverse in that aspect.
Like, I was serious as fuck, but, like, you gotta see, like, motherfuckers sometimes are at, like, a crossroads. Like, some people don't take shit serious at all, some real nonchalant, or they're too serious. I just like to meet that shit in the middle. Like, they're like, we went through some shit as black people, but we look what we came from. We came from the
slums.
We came from the dirt. Was kings where we came from.
Yeah.
Turned independence and we back at it. Like, shit, you can't knock us over. Black don't crack. And that's why I'm just like, that's why like on serious subjects, like, my jokes will be related. Like, it's real, like, it's a joke, but it's a real joke.
Yeah.
And so it's
and then, like, I think that sometimes it's good to, like, be able to say a joke of some situations that are a little bit dark in a sense, and to almost make light of the situation and everything like that. But I feel like there are some topics, that you don't want to joke about.
Right. Some topics aren't.
And I think that
joke. You just it's not funny.
Yeah, I think that it's good that though, like, when to crack a joke and when not to crack a joke and everything like that. So I like appreciated that in certain situations, because, like, we talked a lot about, like, women's rights and everything like that, and that was more of, like, a unit where I kind of just set back, because it's like I'm not a woman, so, like, I can't relate to everything, but, like, I do have, like, a single mom, so I can talk about certain situations.
Yeah, like, it's like you can relate to an extent, and that's all that for women. Like, really, they don't even want you to, like, relate. They just want you to understand. Like, that's all. They just want you to understand. So just understand. Don't try to, like, do any more but that.
Exactly.
Don't do any more but that.
Exactly.
They know what they're doing.
Women are a special thing, man.
Special as hell, man.
Can't live with them. Can't live without them. It's a beautiful
For
thing.
real.
It's a beautiful thing. But
I've lived with 3 for 2 years. Smack. I lived with 3. My mom and my 2 sisters before I lived with my dad.
Yeah.
So, like, I can maneuver. Like, I just
Yeah.
Take a sip my drink. You right about that?
Say you right. You right.
She did what?
Say, oh shoot. Yep. You exactly right. You exactly right. Yeah. That's the biggest thing I've learned is just tell the girl that you right. They're right.
Even when they wrong, they right.
Yep. So, Jevion, talk to us about life before music. How did you get into music? Was there something that kind of led you into it?
I've always loved music. Man.
Yeah.
My mom was in college when I was little.
Yeah.
Like, when I was, like, 6, 7. maybe
Really?
8. She was in college and she had to take a music appreciation course. I was listening to everything, bro.
Really?
Everything.
You like country music?
I fucking love country music.
Really?
Hell
That's like
yeah.
the only one I can't vibe with, bro. Because they be talking about like tractors
man.
and shit and like.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm just not really with that, but it's cool.
My boy, I don't know what my boy Davis. He said, "I wanna wrap you up, wanna
Bro,
kiss
like, that
your
shit's crazy.
lips. I wanna make you feel wanted."
Yeah,
That one went
that
crazy.
shit's crazy. Yeah, I feel like there's some good country music, but like a lot of it's like, whoa, I don't know if I can really get with this.
I could mess with some country music because we made it up.
Yeah.
We made up country music.
Yeah.
We
Well, I
made
feel like
it
that was like the only music that was like done back in the day and shit, and then it's just kind of progressed into other stuff.
It
like
was
hip-hop
country.
and everything.
Then we turned it to the blues. Started.
Yeah.
You know, because all the blues and country is a storytelling. All they're
Yeah.
doing is telling a story. That's what I like. And I like rock. I like rock music. Like, for real, Panic in the Disco is hard. I like motherfucking Maroon 5. Adam Levine's my dude.
Yeah.
Tap on my window, knock at my door. I wanna make you feel beautiful.
That shit was fire,
He's hard. He's
That shit
hard.
was fire.
Come on, I like all that shit.
Yeah.
And my mom, she played that. Plus, she's a huge like '70s hits fan. She like
Yeah.
all the '70s joints. Listening to Teddy Pendergrass, all that,
Word.
Al Green, all that. And my
Shit.
dad, he's only 46, but he listens to like Bobby Blue Bland and
Okay.
like all the blues guys.
Yeah.
All the blues guys. My dad messes with all the blues dude.
That's so crazy.
And I love rap. I like rap. I like R&B, and I like to mix them. So.
Yeah. Well, how do you feel like? I feel like in our age group, it's like people look at you as whack as like not listening to anything other than hip hop. You know, like if you're
Right.
playing music in the car or whatever,
Right.
and it's like not hip hop or it's not rap music, they're like, "What is this whack ass shit?" You know, and like people don't have an
They
open mind
tripping.
about music.
They're tripping, man. Listen to that music.
Exactly.
Come on,
man.
dog.
Like that shit's lit, bro.
Come on. I'm like,
No.
listen to that.
Right.
Listen
No.
to that.
Listen to
I'm
that
like, man, Katy Perry, Birthday. That song was hard.
Word.
I was like, oh, this going
Katy
hard.
Perry was spazzing
She
back
was
in like
spazzing.
2010-ish. She's probably
Teenage
still
Dream
is.
was my shit.
Yup. That shit was
Come
crazy,
on now.
bro. That shit
Come
was
on now,
crazy.
motherfuckers be missing out. I'm
Yeah.
like, shit, you need to listen to that shit.
I always wonder like why people are so like I don't even understand it. Like they're just so against other music other than that.
Because hip hop's popular. That's
Yeah.
why. And everybody's trying to ride a wave.
Yeah.
Just like what you like. I like what I like.
Exactly.
I like what I like.
Yeah. Well, and then I feel like now that Des Moines kind of like growing in the music scene and everything else, like
Hell
there's a
yeah.
lot of artists coming here in different genres. So then there's a lot of people that come out and listen and just go out and see one of their favorite artists that they listen to on the low. But, you know, when it comes to like parties and everything, when it comes to parties and all that, it's like it's always hip hop and it's always that, you know. So that's kind of a tough thing to kind of get.
Hell yeah.
But what was it like for you, like recording your first song? When was that for you?
I was 17. And
17. You're still in high school.
Yep. And it was the Cosby Kids.
Word.
And no. I was 17 and it was Oh My. That was my first thing. And then I dropped the Cosby Kids right after, and I recorded both of those at Shaka Davis's house.
Word.
Yeah, I
Shout out
recorded
to
at
Shaka.
Shaka. I recorded at his house.
Well, and then like
Shout out Shaka, man.
you guys had like a lot of people in the music scene at Hoover, didn't you? And then like at North High School too, like those alums were. Into
Yeah,
it.
there was me, Gnarly. It was me, myself, Gnarly. You had TC, Kid, Young Slim. Who else came out of Hoover? Colo Chanel.
Yup. Shout out to Colo too.
Colo Chanel. You got who else came out of there? Shoot. Javon, Vimy Hendrix. He's out of Hoover too.
Word.
Word to Honor Roll, man. Shout out Honor Roll.
On a roll.
You know. You know, Slim, of course.
Yeah. Because that was like the core group was like a lot of the
honor roll, yeah. And then it was literally me and honor roll.
Yeah.
Out of Hoover and Colo.
Yeah. That shit's crazy. Did you guys like hang out a lot in high school, and then you guys like bounce ideas off of each other in music, or did you like really hang out with them a lot in high school or anything?
Yeah. Yeah, we literally all kicked it together. Man. We all kicked it together. Hell yeah.
Or do you feel like you were inspired by them to like get into the music and stuff?
Yeah, because I literally just had 2 songs out, and motherfuckers kept telling me like, you need more shit out.
Yeah.
You need more shit. And then like the next song I dropped after that was my senior year, and it was I Just Wanna.
Just keep going. Keep making the music.
I just want to form. What a form.
Hey.
Yeah.
That shit's lit, bro. That's lit. How long have you been into the music scene? Like, so like 10th grade, or you said 11th grade, right?
Yep.
Like around there.
Yep.
And then were you like, was that?
I was writing way before that though.
Because were you into like poetry and stuff before that, right?
Hell yeah, I was writing hella poems. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So you feel like that was easily like transferable into music?
Hell yep. Yep. Because that's all music is to me, is poetry with sound.
Yeah.
You know, and that sounds poetry in itself. So it's just I believe that shit intertwines most definitely.
Yeah. Because I feel like if you learn how to write poetry, then you know that's like a key thing, especially getting into songwriting. It's around the same shit. It's just you gotta put it to a beat or whatever it is. So you know, that's a beautiful thing about poetry.
That's
it's awesome that like you have that background too, so that makes it a lot easier for you. What do you feel like is your greatest accomplishment that you've had in life so far?
I got signed, you know.
Word.
Yeah. AR, man. Shout out Playing Gang. You already know what's fuck going on, man. Playing Gang shit. Or recordings, man.
Yes, sir.
You know, I got signed this shit. Shout out my manager, S. Beasy. You know, he been doing his job, you know. So it all worked out.
Yeah. So. How do you feel like what do you feel like is so different about getting signed? Do you feel like it's just like that sense of you're like official in this sense? Is that
it gives me that sense of like, it really gives me more confidence, because it really just gives me that sense of like, this is it. Like, you said it would happen and it happened, so I really got to put that work in now. Now that I'm signed to the plane and shit, you know, this shit forever, man. I ain't going nowhere else.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man.
I'm at home, man. So
that's awesome.
I'm gonna just I'm gonna do my thing.
Yeah,
it's gonna pay off. It's already been paying off. So why not? I just gotta put in more work if I want more shit out of it.
Yeah, exactly. How do you feel like? What's like your opinion on like the music scene like right now? With like a lot of the rappers and what they're doing and stuff.
The music scene is.
You feel like it's always evolving, or do you feel
it's always evolving, but I'm really like curious about its evolution.
Yeah.
Because like.
You feel like the past like probably 3, maybe 4 years, it's been like about that mumble rap stuff.
It's been about this. It's been about that, and it's been about like. It's like it's starting to like be flooded with it being about clout instead of being about like talent.
Yeah.
It's about being hard. Motherfuckers, everybody has their own reasons on why they want to make it, you know.
Yeah.
But how they're doing it, some of them shouldn't be doing it this way. I'm gonna keep it whole solid.
Yeah.
Because like
you shouldn't be in it for clout.
It shouldn't be. It should be because you love. It should be. This is because you love this shit, man. For real. Like, do you wake up and think about only this? Like, that's what real, like, that's real hunger, bro. That's all I think about. I wake up and think about my next hit and what's gonna put me on, you know. That's what I be thinking about. I don't be thinking about no like other shit. Like I literally dropped out of college. I'm not playing sports no more. I want to rap. That's all I want to do. Yeah. You feel me? And that's all I do. That's all I do. You feel me?
Yeah. Well, no, I think that that's like the biggest thing too, is you fully invested yourself into this because you want it to become a reality, and it is going to become a reality for you, and it already has, because I mean you've already been signed. Like, so I feel like a lot of people, they're almost afraid to like take that step of like making this your number one priority because they're worried about like money or whatever.
And they're worried about it like not happening. See, that's the see. That's why you shouldn't be doing it. Yeah. You should have it in your mind like this is it for me. Yeah. This is it for me. Like, I mean, I'm sure I know I can do other things because you know I'm a intelligent individual. Yeah. Know? But I know what I want to do for the rest of my life, and this is what I'm gonna do. I want to make music. Absolutely. I want to make music, and I know it's gonna pay off because I'm talented. I don't give a damn. I know it. And, you know, and other people know it too, even though they don't want to admit it. Yeah.
Well, I think that's the biggest thing too, is believing in yourself and what you can do and what the world can like give back to you if you just believe in yourself.
Right.
You know? So
most definitely.
Because that's huge. That's huge. It's that self-belief and that self-love that you can give back to yourself and others around you as well. So that's awesome. Where'd your love for music stem from? Was it from your mom, basically, like showing you all that stuff, or where do you feel like
it was pretty much just my mom and me, like, wanted to hear it on my own. Like, I literally just go through. My mom would just have hella CDs. Yeah. And like hella CDs, like from Angie Stone to motherfucking Ice Cube to Jay-Z to goddamn Maroon 5 to Justin Timberlake. The variety was fucking crazy, and I wanted to hear them all. And I did, and I loved every single thing I played. Yeah. My mom has beautiful taste in music. My dad, he has great taste in music, and you know.
So it's been like embedded into your DNA.
Pretty much, and growing up going to church with my grandmother. You know, I always, you know, I listen to some gospel music. You know. Yeah. I mean, I ain't a Christian. Alhamdulillah, that's shit. But you know, that's it's beautiful. That music's beautiful. You know, when you can sing about your faith and shit. Yeah. And that shit's beautiful. Awesome. I love that shit.
Yeah. Do you feel like you try to take a lot of the different music that you've heard in the different genres and try to like add that into your music and into your flow?
Most definitely. Like, I'm not gonna lie, and neither should anybody else, because everybody's influenced by something, you know. Yeah. And I'm influenced by a lot of things, so I use those influences and make it my own. You feel me? I like to mix stuff and make stuff sound like different, like using my voice as an instrument, you know. And I always try to use those influences to take me to the next step. Like, how can I do this my way? Yeah. Type shit. You know, when I hear that stuff, like, you know, without trying to copy, you know, but you can hear, you can be like, oh, like, you can hear the influence, but you can't, like, say, like, yeah, he sound like, you know. Yeah.
Well, and I feel like that's, like, what a lot of people don't understand is that there's a big difference between inspiration and copying somebody. Like, that's something that people don't really understand, is that, you know, you can take something that you've seen in somebody else's artwork or in life or whatever it is, and then you can make it into something totally new and totally different.
Hell yeah.
So, you know, I feel like people need to, like, not be afraid of and letting people know who their inspirations are, you know? I think that's, like, the biggest thing. But so, like, getting into the inspiration things, is there any, like, person or like, who or what that kind of, like, inspires you to do what you do?
Like, I'll say, like, just trying to better everybody in my circle situation, you know, knowing that I have this talent that is looking the way it's looking, like, I feel like I should really just, you know, really grind for them, like my mother, my father, and my siblings, you know, 1400 AR, you know, I feel like I owe it to them, because, you know, who would I be without my people, you feel me?
Yeah. Well, then that's your core group, you know, that has backed you with everything that you've ever done. So, you know, that's like the biggest thing that anybody can do is just give back to the people that have always supported you, you know?
Yeah, man.
That's
Yeah, man.
Awesome, man.
Yeah. Shout out the family, man. Shout out my mom, my pops.
Yes, sir.
Shout out my siblings. Shout out 1400, man. Shout out Narrow
sir.
World. You already know what the fuck going on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Shout out to Plain Gang.
Plain Gang.
Yeah, man.
Shoot.
And shout out to 6 Mile Nitty, man. He really saw some talent in me.
Yeah.
You know, and my manager, S. Beezy, he saw talent in me too. So I really appreciate those two for putting all that work in they do for me. That's
awesome.
love.
That's awesome, brother. What do you tell me about like some of the future plans that you have or anything like that? Is there some music in the works that we can?
Yeah, man.
Look forward to or anything?
I got like 4 or 5 projects coming out.
Word.
For real. I got No Hook Gnarly. You know, I got My Broken Blue Heart. That shit's coming out soon.
Yep.
I got Inside My Head. I got Gnarly Jug coming out with Tavo. I got shout out Jug. You already know what the fuck going on. It's Jug.
It's Jugs.
Yeah, man. Shout out 6'4". Me and him got some shit in the works, you know.
Word.
Hell yeah. We gotta take on Gnarly Nintendo on the way. You already know what the fuck going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some shit. And I got some shit coming out with my AR brother Montego coming out soon.
Word.
For sure. So,
That's dope, man. That's dope. Are you trying to like do more performances and stuff this year?
Love to do more performances, more shows, man, more shows.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because you've done probably what, like 6 in the past year?
Probably maybe 6, you know.
Yeah.
But you know what I don't do on stage, I just make up in the booth. So,
yeah.
You know.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Well, and I feel like last year you like practically headlined. What was it, Fam Jam, right?
Was that last year? That was the year before last. Year before last? Yep.
Damn.
When I opened up for Raven Lene.
Yeah, that shit was crazy, bro. That shit was dope.
Yeah, that was beautiful, dope. Man. That was great. Great experience.
Awesome,
the crowd was beautiful.
Bro, you had that crowd jumping.
Much love, bro.
That shit was crazy. That's awesome, man. And then did you perform at Fam Jam last year too?
Nah, who performed? Juice, LSD, Casperm, and Shaka. Yeah, they went crazy last year. No cap, they went crazy.
That's dope.
They went stupid.
Yeah. What's like your what's like one venue that you love to play at?
Vaudeville is always like home.
Yeah.
I performed there a bunch of times. But Valaire, it's a different vibe.
Yeah.
It's a different vibe when you perform at Valaire.
Yeah.
And Woolies is hard too. I like performing at Woolies.
Yeah.
But my favorite venue is always going to be the Fam Jam stage.
Yeah.
That's always going to be my favorite venue.
That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. Getting into some of the closing questions here for you.
I need the headline this year.
Bruh.
I need the headline Fam Jam this year.
Get on that.
Please.
Talk to Lang and Rolo.
Yo, I need y'all.
Let them know. Let them
my
know.
people.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let them know. Let them know. Shoot. So getting into some of the closing questions here for you, though. What is one thing that you have to do in life?
I just have to change the people around me. I have to change their lives. Because they changed mine in more ways than one. So I have to put my mom in this fat crib. I have to get my dad season tickets to the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I gotta take care of my people, man. Mm-hmm. That's what I feel like I'm put here to do. Yeah. And this is how I'm gonna do it.
That's beautiful.
That's all I gotta do.
That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. It's awesome that like you're family oriented and just wanting to take care of the people around you and everything.
Oh yeah, hell
that's
yeah.
Awesome. So this is the last question that I ask everybody on the podcast. So I want you to imagine that I have a copy of the New York Times written right here, okay?
For sure.
It's written from 10 years from now,
and
there's a cover page, and it's a picture of you, and there's an article written about you. Mm-hmm. What is written in this article, and what is this a picture of?
Oh, man.
It's a loaded question. Let it sit in, let it marinate, all that shit.
one of two things. Either I made Forbes at a young age, just doing what I do.
Forbes 30 under 30?
Yep. And I have a successful AAU football team.
Word. You try to get like your sons into that shit?
Yeah, yeah. Football or hooping.
Yeah.
Yep.
What you gonna call that?
Shoot, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It'll come to you.
It'll come.
Call it like the Gnarly League or some shit.
Oh yeah.
That should be cracking. That should be cracking. That's awesome, brother.
Sure.
That's awesome. Is there anything else you want to say to the people or anything?
Just stay tuned, man. I got a lot of stuff on the way, man.
A
lot of hard ass shit coming your way, man. You know, shout out 1400, man.
Yes,
shout out
sir.
AR. You already know what the fuck going on, man. Shout out Narrow World, man. You already know. Shout out Kato Lane. You already know what the fuck going on, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Gnarly, where can everybody find you on social media, all that stuff?
You can find me on Instagram at Gnarly Jevy TV. Twitter, Gnarly Jevy, man. You already know. Goddamn SoundCloud, Gnarly Jevy. You can look me up on all streaming platforms. Blue Hearts in the Dark Room out now. Corner Stories out now. You already know what the fuck going on.
Yes, sir.
Straight to the
Yes,
bank.
sir.
You already know a whole lot of gang shit, man.
Yes, sir. Gnarly, appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you, my boy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for today's episode. Thank you guys for tuning in today and listening to Gnarly's story. He's a dope dude, man, and I would advise everybody to check out his music because his shit is popping and he is going up this year. Gnarly! Shout out.
Yeah, my boy.
Everybody, thank you guys for tuning in today. My name is Neek Robinson. This has been another episode of the Truth Podcast.
The Gnarliest
Gnarly are out. The gnarliest podcast in the game today.
You dig?
Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. We're out. Peace.